Want to know why your neighbor's roof looks better than yours? Here's the secret they won't share. We often get calls from homeowners saying, "Hey, you just installed a roof for my neighbor Mike. He's a difficult customer. So if you were able to make him happy, then I know you run a good roofing company. Now I want you to come and install a roof on my house." We call these third-party endorsements. The reason why neighbor Mike's roof looks so good is because Mike did his homework. He researched what makes a good roof, and he also talked to several different roofing contractors. Mike did his due diligence. Yes, this is time-consuming, and it can be confusing, but unless you have a Mike in your neighborhood, someone who's a perfectionist and always takes impeccable care of his home, you'll need to do this homework yourself. Here's what you need to know. Most homeowners think all roofs are the same. They assume any licensed contractor can do the job. But there's a reason some roofs still look pristine after 15 years, while others start failing after just 3. The difference isn't luck, it's the homework that was done before the first shingle was ever installed. In this video, I'm going to break it down 3 very simple steps for you. These are the exact criteria that create those Neighbor Mike endorsements, the kind of quality work that has neighbors calling us because they see the difference. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to identify a contractor who will protect your home for decades, not just patch it up for a few years. The experience rule. Why contractors with less than 10 years in business could be playing Russian roulette with your home. Step 1. First and foremost, don't hire a roofing contractor that has been in business for just a few years. Let me explain why this matters so much. If you hire a contractor that has only been in business for 5 years, you're playing with fire. Think of it like this. Would you trust a surgeon who's only performed a handful of operations? Or would you want someone who's done thousands? Your roof is the same way. It's protecting your family's biggest investment. It takes many years of installing thousands of roofs before I consider a roofer to be an expert. Here's what this means for you specifically. A contractor with less than a decade of experience simply hasn't encountered the full range of challenges that New Jersey weather throws at a roof. They haven't seen how different roof structures respond to our harsh winters, our humid summers, or those surprise nor'easters that test every weak point in an installation. I've been in this business long enough to see this pattern repeat itself over and over. A homeowner calls us because their roof is leaking, a roof that's only 4 years old. When we inspect it, we find improper installation, missing ice and water shield, inadequate ventilation, and improperly installed flashing around the chimney. The contractor who did the work? Gone. Phone disconnected. No website. The homeowner thought they were saving money by going with a lower bid from a newer company, but now they're paying twice. Once for the original roof, and again to fix all the mistakes. Here's the reality. Experienced contractors have seen every possible scenario. We know how to handle unusual roof geometries, how to properly integrate with existing structures, and most importantly, we know the shortcuts that inexperienced contractors take, and we know why those shortcuts fail. When you're vetting contractors, ask them directly, how long have you been in business? Don't just accept we have 20 years of experience. That could mean the owner worked for someone else for 19 years and just started their own company. You want to know, how long has your company been operating under its current name and ownership? This is important because a contractor who's been running their own business for 10, 15, or 20 years has proven they can manage not just the technical side of roofing, but also the business side, customer service, warranty fulfillment, proper insurance, and building a team of skilled installers. That stability protects you long after the installation is complete. The Master Elite secret that 97% of roofers don't want you to know. Step 2. Make sure that your contractor is Master Elite certified. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is a Master Elite certification, and why does it matter? Let me break this down for you. Master Elite certification is awarded by GAF, which is the largest shingle manufacturer in the world. These contractors represent the top 3% of roofing contractors in North America. Think of it like this. If roofing contractors were students, Master Elite contractors would be the valedictorians, the ones who didn't just pass, but excelled in every category. Here's why this certification is so valuable to you as a homeowner. GAF doesn't just hand this out to anyone who asks. To earn and maintain Master Elite status, contractors must meet strict requirements. They need to demonstrate a proven track record of quality installations, maintain proper licensing and insurance, commit to ongoing training for their crews, and most importantly, maintain high customer satisfaction ratings. Let me give you a real-world example of why this matters. A few years ago, we had a client who had received quotes from 3 different contractors. One of our competitors came in $1,200 cheaper than our bid. The homeowner asked me, "Why should I pay more for your services?" I explained the Master Elite difference and enhanced warranties the factory-certified training our crews receive, and the backing of GAF if anything goes wrong. The homeowner went with the cheaper contractor. 2 years later, they called us. Their roof was experiencing premature shingle failure. The shingles were curling and losing granules far earlier than they should. When they tried to file a warranty claim, they discovered 2 problems. First, the contractor had installed the shingles improperly, which voided the manufacturer's warranty. Second, the contractor's own workmanship warranty was essentially worthless because the company had minimal assets and no backing from a major manufacturer. That homeowner ended up paying for a complete roof replacement out of pocket, less than 3 years after the new roof was installed. If they had chosen a master lead contractor from the start, GAF would have stood behind that installation, and the issue would have been resolved at no cost to the homeowner. Here's another advantage most homeowners don't realize. Master lead contractors have direct relationships with GAF representatives. If there's ever a question about a product, an installation technique, or a warranty claim, we have direct access to factory experts. This means problems get resolved faster and more effectively. The certification also requires ongoing education. Roofing technology evolves, new products come to market, installation techniques improve, and building codes change. Master lead contractors are required to stay current with all of these developments. A contractor who earned their license 15 years ago and hasn't updated their knowledge since, they're installing your roof using outdated methods. This certification is your assurance that you're working with a contractor who has been vetted by the industry's leading manufacturer, who maintains the highest standards, and who can offer you protection that goes far beyond what a typical contractor can provide. The Review Reality Check. Why 100 plus recent reviews matter more than you think. Step 3. Check the online reviews of your contractor. You want to see at least 100 5-star reviews that are less than 2 years old. Now, I know what you might be thinking. 100 reviews seems like a lot, but let me explain why this number is so important and what it tells you about a contractor. First, let's talk about volume. A contractor with 100 plus reviews isn't just doing a handful of jobs here and there. This indicates a company that's actively working, consistently completing projects, and has a substantial number of customers willing to vouch for their work. Think of it like this. If a restaurant has 5 reviews, you might question whether it's any good. But if it has 500 reviews and maintains a high rating, you know they're consistently delivering quality. Recent reviews tell you about contractors' current performance, not their past glory. I've seen contractors with stellar reputations from years ago who are now delivering subpar work because they've changed their business model, hired inexperienced crews, or simply gotten complacent. Let me share a story that illustrates this perfectly. A homeowner in our area was choosing between 2 contractors. Contractor A, who had been in business for 25 years and had about 30 reviews, most of them from 5 to 7 years ago, all 5 stars. Contractor B, which happened to be us, had been in business for 25 years and had over 200 reviews, with many of them from the past 18 months, nearly all 5 stars. Meanwhile, our 200 plus recent reviews showed consistent patterns, responsive communication, crews showing up on time, meticulous attention to detail, thorough cleanup, and roofs that looked beautiful and performed flawlessly. The homeowner chose us, and 3 years later, she's one of those neighbors who refers us to everyone on her street. Here's what you should look for when reading reviews. First, consistency. Are customers consistently mentioning the same positive attributes? Do they talk about the crew's professionalism, the quality of communication, the thoroughness of the cleanup? Consistent patterns across many reviews are far more reliable than a few glowing testimonials. Second, look for specificity. Generic reviews like "great job," "would recommend," don't tell you much, but reviews that say the crew arrived exactly when they said they would, protected all our landscaping, completed the installation in 1 day as promised, and spent an extra hour making sure every piece of debris was cleaned up, those detailed reviews tell you this contractor consistently delivers on their promises. Third, pay attention to how the contractor responds to negative reviews. Even the best contractors occasionally get a negative review, maybe from a customer with unrealistic expectations or a situation that was beyond the contractor's control. What matters is how they handle it. Do they respond professionally? Do they try to make it right? Or do they get defensive and argumentative? The volume and recency of reviews also tell you something else important. This contractor has systems in place for customer satisfaction. Getting 200 plus reviews doesn't happen by accident. It means the contractor is actively asking all of its customers for feedback, which means they're confident in their work. Contractors who do poor work don't ask for reviews. They hope you'll just forget about them. When you're vetting contractors, don't just glance at their star rating. Actually read through the reviews. Look for patterns. Check the dates. See what customers are saying about their experience, not just with the installation, but with the entire process, from the initial estimate to the final walkthrough. This homework takes time, maybe an hour or two of reading through reviews, but it's time well spent. Remember, your roof is a major investment, typically $12,000 or more. Spending a couple of hours researching could save you from a huge mistake. Now, if you're in New Jersey and you want to work with a contractor who meets all three of these standards, more than 2 decades of proven experience, a GAF Master Elite certification, and over 200 recent 5-star reviews, I'd be happy to provide a free assessment of your roof's condition. You can find the link in the description below to schedule your free inspection. We'll come out, evaluate your roof, and give you an honest assessment of what you need with no pressure and no obligation. So now you know the 3-step homework system that creates those Neighbor Mike endorsements that we talked about at the beginning of this video. Step 1, verify the contractor has at least 10 years of experience running their own business, not just working in the industry, but actually operating their company successfully for a decade or more. Step 2, confirm that they are GAF Master Elite certified, which puts them in the top 3% of contractors and gives you enhanced warranty protection backed by the world's largest shingle manufacturer. And step 3, check for at least 100 5-star reviews that are less than 2 years old, showing consistent, recent quality work. These 3 criteria aren't just arbitrary numbers I pulled out of thin air. They're the result of decades in this industry, watching what separates contractors who deliver exceptional, long-lasting results from those who leave homeowners with expensive problems down the road. Here's the thing. Most homeowners don't know to ask these questions. They get 3 quotes, pick the middle one, and hope for the best. But you're not like most homeowners anymore. You now have the same framework that the perfectionist neighbors use, the ones whose roofs still look amazing 15, 20, or even 25 years later. The next time you see a roof in your neighborhood that looks exceptional, there's a good chance the homeowner did this exact homework, and now you can too. But here's what most homeowners don't realize. Even with the right contractor, there are specific things that happen during the installation process that you need to watch for. There are critical components beyond just the shingles, things like proper ventilation, ice and water shield placement, and flashing installation that make the difference between a roof that lasts 30 years and one that fails in 10. We have a video that articulates that whole process. Make sure you watch that one next, because knowing how to choose the right contractor is only half the battle. You also need to know what to watch for once the work begins. See you in the next video.